So the first 3 episodes of Ironheart have dropped, and the series has been directly linked to the legacy of Iron Man. Riri Williams' journey continues after her time in Wakanda, where working with vibranium made her realize she needs to build something incredible. But for that, she needs money, and that becomes the core of this series. In her pursuit of funding, Riri crosses paths with Parker Robbins, aka the Hood, who might become a huge problem for her. The show cleverly connects itself to Iron Man's legacy in a unique way, with noticeable Iron Man parallels throughout. Plus, the Ironheart suit scenes are awesome, and the comic book-style AI approach feels different in the MCU, but becomes more comfortable by episode 3. So let's break down the first 3 episodes of Ironheart. The breakdowns are episode by episode. The series begins with Riri and Natalie filming a video about their life goals. Riri says she wants to be the best, like Steve Jobs or Tony Stark, while Natalie says she just wants to be happy. This is a sad start because Riri's journey to greatness begins with Natalie's dreams being destroyed. We see that Riri's stepfather and her best friend Natalie are killed in a shootout, just like in the comics. This incident shapes Riri's life goals. She wants to revolutionize safety, helping police, ambulance workers, and firefighters work faster using armors so that tragedies like the one that happened to her loved ones don't happen to others. But Riri's thinking is a bit flawed. Maybe it's because she doesn't know what Tony Stark truly did while he was captured by the Ten Rings. She believes Tony became great because he had money, he was a billionaire. But the truth is, Tony became great when he decided to help people and built the first Iron Man armor and arc reactor with limited resources, alongside Einstein. Still, Riri needs money to build her armor. She also wants an AI. This matches the comics, where Riri builds her suit but needs an AI to run it. And AIs aren't cheap. This money problem gets Riri expelled from MIT because she's selling homework and assignments to make ends meet. But her financial realization began after she returned from Wakanda and saw what vibranium can do, and such resources aren't cheap. So she takes the suit she built using grant money and leaves MIT for Chicago. Her AI, Trevor, looks like Microsoft's old Clippy assistant. But Trevor doesn't help much. We then meet a man who keeps saying Thanos is just the beginning, which feels like a Watchmen-style The End is Nigh reference. We're introduced to Parker Robbins' gang, the Hood, whose hardware guy fails during a robbery. So Hood's cousin John sets out to hire Riri. Eric Andre plays Stu, also known as Rampage in the comics, a character who's appeared alongside Punisher. Riri's need for money leads her into the wrong crowd. We also see the effects of Hood's cloak. It leaves marks on his back that seem parallel to Tony Stark's Palladium poisoning marks from Iron Man 2. The more Hood uses the cloak, the worse it affects him, and he hides the marks with tattoos. The episode ends with Riri preparing her suit for Hood's tunnel mission. She scans her brain to create an AI, which takes the form of her childhood friend Natalie. The second episode begins with Riri meeting her AI, formed from her brain scan. Earlier, we saw her trying to decode Shuri's great AI algorithm, which continues here. She wanted to build a great AI, but the scan created Natalie instead, likely because she was listening to a mixtape made by Natalie's brother, Hubs, which had Natalie's voice. Seeing her deceased childhood friend as her AI is a bit messed up, but it mirrors the comics too. In the comics, even Tony's AI Friday sometimes disobeys him, so it's comic accurate. I must appreciate the unique intros of each episode. They've done a great job. We also meet the Hood's team. His hacker is from Madripoor, which we last saw in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It seems Marvel might keep Madripoor limited to TV, but needs Riri to access hardware inside a tunnel. Luckily, he already got rid of Stu because only Riri can enter. So she prepares her suit but needs more parts. She meets someone named Joe McKellicuddy, an obviously fake name, who lists their real name on the black market. Riri blackmails Joe into helping her while ironically asking him to take a stand for himself. Joe shares about his father, an engineer who believed in changing lives through tech. Joe must come from money, considering his house, warehouse, weapons, and parts. He calls himself a tech ethicist, someone who studied the ethics and values of tech. Yet, he runs a black market shop? Interesting ethics. Riri takes the parts, heads to the tunnel, and tries to gain control, but her AI Natalie starts the problem and then solves it. We also get a glimpse of Hood's powers. When he disappears from a car and reappears, we hear his breathing, a comic-accurate detail. Hood's cloak lets him become invisible when he holds his breath. He also curves bullets with his powers. If this series sticks closely to the comics, we'll probably see more of Hood's powers and his problems. We again see the Iron Man 2 parallel, The more he uses the cloak, the more it affects him. It's mentioned that it may have fought a demon for the cloak, possibly Mephisto or Dormammu. Meanwhile, Natalie, the AI, has Riri's memories and trauma. She freezes upon seeing a gun. That's the flip side of using real memories. You also inherit the problems. It's the opposite of Iron Man 3, where Jarvis calms Tony's panic attacks. But what if the AI has a panic attack? We also learn that Parker has put himself on the tunnel's payroll. Isn't it easier for the tunnel authorities to just report him to the police? That part doesn't make sense. The episode ends with Joe wrecking his neighbor's garden for revenge, suggesting his darker side is emerging. Or maybe it was always there. Also, how does Hood's hacker type with such long nails? Now that's real talent. The third episode opens with another awesome intro and focuses on Hood's cloak powers. But we also find out that Hood's cousin John is even more dangerous. He doesn't hesitate to smash heads. It seems Hood, aka Parker Robbins, believes he's helping the poor by targeting rich businesses, like a modern Robin Hood. But really, he's only serving himself and twisting the logic to justify his actions. We then discover the truth about Joe. He's the son of Iron Man 1 villain Obadiah Stane. His real name is Zeke Stane. In the comics, he's an enemy of Tony Stark and an expert in bioweaponry and next-gen tech. In this series, it seems Zeke wants to do good, like creating artificial organs to help people. The Hood and Zeke arcs here are pulled from the Order Volume 2 comics, where Zeke is working against Tony Stark. Here, they've taken his biotech and self-experimentation parts from the comics. He's struggling not to become like his father, hence the forced live, laugh, love posters in his house. One change, though, Riri teaches him how to blackmail. This Zeke connection confirms that the series is tied to Iron Man's story. Hood's truth also surfaces. He had Stu killed after removing him from the team. Riri is trying to uncover the truth about Hood's cloak. We see a different scientific approach to decoding the cloak's energy, something we glimpsed in the trailer too. Riri starts bonding with her AI, as everyone seems to be doing these days. We learn that the AI's panic attack was actually Riri's own trauma, and Natalie calms her like a good AI should. We learn more about Riri's stepfather, who was a huge Tony Stark fan, helped heal her broken family, and encouraged her genius. He was also killed in a shootout. Riri keeps repeating her words. If you can build it, you should. That quote, also in the trailer, was her. It's a good quote. It's a good quote. On top of all this, the suit action scenes are awesome. The series is heavily focused on Riri's character arc while also delivering solid action. During the heirloom heist, things go sideways, Hood's truth is revealed, and Cousin John is killed. We also learn more about the cloak. It's torturing Hood, hinting heavily that it may belong to Mephisto. Finally, Riri leaves Zeke's biomesh in the heirloom's greenhouse, putting Zeke in danger. So far, the series is on the right track, and the music is phenomenal. Now we wait to see where the story goes, how science and magic combine, the cloak's origin, Riri's friend played by Reagan Aaliyah, and Zeke's future arc. So what are your thoughts on the first 3 episodes? How do you feel about the Iron Man connection? Let's talk about it in the comments, and if you like the breakdown, hit like and subscribe.